It was certainly a big night in Hollywood. Awards season kicked off with the Golden Globes honoring the best in film and TV. So this morning we are taking a deeper look at some of those nominees, plus a few other highly anticipated releases. So here to break down what to watch this month is Jacqueline Coley from Rotten Tomatoes. Jacqueline, good morning.
Hi, glad to be here.
So one of the films that was nominated last night, Arco.
Yeah, it's actually certified fresh on our tomato meter. It premiered at the Cannes Film Festival about a young boy from 900 years in the future who travels to about 50 years from our future, called Arco. And he meets, once he crash lands, a young girl named Iris, who the two of them sort of team up to try and get him back to his timeline in this sort of like E.T., Fievel Goes West, Goonies tale. And they're pursued by a bunch of conspiracy theorists that are voiced by folks like Will Ferrell, Flea, and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, wow.
Also, Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman are in the voice cast, and Natalie Portman also produced it. And it's in French and English, but it's actually shortlisted for the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature.
Wow.
Let's go to this rom-com on Netflix that everyone's talking about. People we meet on vacation. The stars were just here on Friday.
I know. I heard you got some fun time with them. Yeah, this is from Emily Henry's incredible book series that is like a book talk sensation. This is a friends to lovers story. These are two friends that go on vacation every year as a way to sort of like bond and figure out where they are. And over the course of these sort of meetings, going to places like Barcelona, they also fall in love.
I love that.
I will say it is great to see Tom Blythe in a role where he can be a romantic lead, because he was kind of put off by the fact that people were thirsting after him in Hunger Games. They're like, thirst after me here. This is the one for the fan edit.
There's a great dance scene in there.
Yeah, I heard about it,
All right, so everybody's talking about the Pitt. It cleaned up last night. What are we expecting after this season?
Yeah, 2 Golden Globes last night, and this last season was all about the COVID PTSD that health workers were affecting. This season is all about healing. Dr. Robbie has another day in the emergency room. It's the 4th of July. He's about to go on sabbatical. His prodigal son, Dr. Langdon, who just came out of rehab and stealing medicine, is back. And he has a new cast of new doctors, including the attending that's going to be taking over for him. We're going to kind of figure out if, Dr. Robbie is ready to maybe heal thyself. And that one is also certified fresh at 99% on the tomato.
Not a surprise.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Let's talk about ponies coming to Peacock.
Yeah, this one is kind of interesting. I mean, what would you do if your husband, who's like not in the CIA but is in the CIA, suddenly dies? Well, of course, then you also join the CIA. That's what Amelia Clark and Haley Lou Richardson do in Ponies, because ponies are persons of no interest. And that's what a widow in Cold War Russia would be. But they turn into spies in a sort of like Veronica Mars type situation. But in this one, maybe the spy work is seducing a very dangerously handsome KGB operative, which is not a bad day at the office.
Before we let you go, we've got to talk about season 3 of Shrinking.
I love this show.
So it's one of my favorites on TV.
And let's just talk about it. Jason Segel, Brett Goldstein. These are therapists a little bit in crisis, trying to, again, heal thyself doctors. Last season ended with Jason Segel's character being on the bench with Brent Goldstein, who's the drunk driver that killed his wife. That conversation and their relationship continues into season 3. And how that relates to his young daughter, but also Harrison Ford, whose Parkinson's diagnosis, his character's Parkinson's diagnosis, has been affecting. It finally really is sort of like coming home to roost in season 3, and so we really see where these characters are dealing with that. Michael J. Fox shows up as another Parkinson's
Saw that in the teaser.
Yeah, it's great show.
Great
Thanks,
roundup.
Jacqueline.
Thank you so much. This is great.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC, or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.